Hi, I'm Sean Parker, Product Manager at Livefront, and this is 5 things I've learned from running a North Star workshop. I've been working in product management for over 7 years now, and I love finding opportunities to leverage technology to deliver outcomes for organizations by way of meeting customer needs. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you have likely already heard of the concept of a product North Star. Maybe you, like many of us, are finding yourself looking for ways to better manage your product and the outcomes you're looking to achieve for your business and users. A North Star workshop is a perfect exercise to get everyone in your organization marching to the beat of the same drum, and a super tool that you can use to mobilize your product strategy. So, if you're looking to run your own North Star workshop for the first time, I've got 5 things that I want to share with you to help you on your journey. Before we jump into the list, the North Star workshop content can be found in Amplitude's North Star playbook, which is linked on the screen. Now, for the list. Number 1, plan for longer than the estimated time suggested. If possible, you're going to want to block off at least 2 days to get through all the activities in the workshop. There's going to be a lot of great discussion that happens, and you don't want to cut that off when someone has a workshop conflict like a meeting. This tends to happen if you schedule several meetings versus trying to get it knocked out all at once. I've witnessed personally a lot of time spent on specifically the input metrics that you're going to be drafting to drive your North Star, so keep that in mind as you're looking to block off some time with your participants. Tip number 2, the smaller the group, the better for the workshop, but at a cost. Ideally, you'll be able to limit the total number of participants in your workshop, but what's that right number? Unfortunately, this is going to vary depending on a multitude of factors, but in general, if you're able to keep your workshop to 4 to 5 participants, it will go a lot faster and a lot smoother. The more participants you add, the likelihood it will take longer to get through each activity in the workshop and the workshop itself. Having said this, you should also be cognizant that coming out of your North Star workshop, one of your main tasks will be putting your North Star into play and getting buy-in and socializing your new metrics. It can be a challenge to strike a balance between limiting the number of participants and getting the right participants involved so that you get that buy-in. Tip number 3, if you don't have a solid product vision and strategy, you're gonna have a bad time. Your vision will serve as a filter for a lot of the decisions that you make. Not only is this true for the workshop itself, but it should also be true for the decisions that you make in practice. Number 4, if you can't find an unbiased facilitator, roll up your sleeves and GSD. One of the biggest hurdles to running a successful workshop is finding an unbiased facilitator to facilitate your workshop. As someone who had no facilitating experience prior to the North Star workshop, I was apprehensive myself. The playbook makes it easy to set up a workspace for each activity, so invest some time in creating a workspace with a tool like Mural or Miro. Good old-fashioned whiteboards work well too if your participants will be in person. There's a reason or a number of reasons why you want to run the North Star workshop. I found it is helpful to join a workshop as a participant or observer first, if you can. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta roll up your sleeves and get scrappy to get stuff done. Be confident, and know it's okay to not get it perfect on your first go around. And finally, tip number 5, the workshop is just the beginning. Earlier on, I alluded to getting buy-in as a big action item from your North Star workshop. That will be one of the biggest challenges you face, depending on the size and structure of your organization, of course. Implementing your North Star requires buy-in from both leadership and from the teams that will be contributing to the North Star metric. Share it with all of them. Share it with everyone and let them know the why behind your North Star. The end of your workshop should be viewed as a launch point for a new way of doing things across the board, from opportunity intake, the way you prioritize your work, to how you measure success. These are just a few things I learned along the way in my journey. Investing in the North Star workshop is one of the best decisions I've made for the products I've worked on. Hopefully this helps some of you out there who are aspiring to run your own North Star workshop in the future. In closing, be confident. You got this. Feel free to reach out to me and connect. I'd love to hear about your story and your journey with the North Star metric. Thanks for watching.